What's up everybody, hope you guys are having a good time. I'm Bayo, welcome to my channel. So many people have different reasons why they want to be in Africa, some for business, some for tourism, some just to even visit a friend. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 African countries you don't want to be visiting right now. And as a disclaimer, this video is not to criticize any country or maybe to reduce tourism to the country, but to just give a basic understanding of what is going on in the country in terms of security. So without further ado, let's enjoy the video. So number 10 on this list has to be Nigeria. With a population of more than 200 million people and a landmass spanning more than 900,000 kilometers squared, Nigeria is indeed the giant of Africa. From its beautiful beaches, the rich culture, hardworking people, including myself, you'd expect Nigeria to be, of course, heaven on earth. Since 1960, when Nigeria gained independence, the elite of this country has ensured the country does not move forward. Corruption, bribery, and a lot of other factors has made Nigeria one of the most corrupt countries in the world. The northern part of Nigeria is currently being savaged by terrorists, bandits called Boko Haram, and these people want a total Islamic state. And the Igbo dominated southern part is currently in turmoil because a group called IPOB wants a different country and they want Nigeria to be torn apart. All these factors has made terrorism, kidnapping, raping on the high rise in Nigeria. So except you are James Bond and you're not scared of anything, Nigeria is not the best country you want to visit right now. So number 9 on this list is Burundi. During the last election, the current president Evariste promised the Burundian people of a better country, a country with reduced crime, violent repression, arbitrary detention, execution, and torture. But after this election, all this doubled. As it stands now, violent attacks such as grenade attacks, armed robbery are very common in Burundi, and of course the likelihood of being at the wrong place at the wrong time is very high. Rising political tension in Burundi is making the country a potential civil war zone that should be avoided in 2022. So of course, if you don't have any option or you have a lot of money business going on in Burundi, I'll tell you to reconsider going to the country. So number 8 on this list is Ethiopia. With a population of more than 115 million people and a major historic hotbed in Africa, it has some of the most beautiful women in Africa, some of the best economy in Africa. Unfortunately, the past couple of years has recorded a resurrection in a long-term ethnic dispute. The Tigers of Ethiopia are currently targeting the Amaranth, and it's actually becoming a genocide. This ethnic conflict, of course, has caused a surge in criminal activities in the beautiful country of Ethiopia. So even though this conflict and chaos is restricted to only a particular region of Ethiopia, it's still very important to be careful. Number 7 on the list is South Sudan. After its independence in 2011, everybody expected South Sudan to be a very peaceful, small Eastern African country. But unfortunately, the same set of people who fought for the freedom of South Sudan started fighting each other for power. So in 2013, a fight broke out between the supporters of the president and his former deputy. The president accused the deputy of treason, resulting in a full-blown civil war that even resulted in the Ugandan troops having to enter South Sudan to support the government. In 2016, a peace treaty was signed between both parties, but this really didn't last long as another fight broke out not long after. Actually estimated that more than 400,000 people were killed in this dispute and more than 4 million displaced. And another thing we have to note is most of this violence lasted between 2013 and 2020, which is over 7 years. But experts still believe there are political tension in South Sudan. And for a country that has gone through 7 years of civil war before, you have to really reconsider visiting this country, except you have something really important to do there. So number 6 on this list is Sudan. So I understand number 7 was South Sudan and number 6 is Sudan. Yes, Sudan. For those people who really don't understand what is really going on earth, we have South Sudan and we also have Sudan. So on the 19th of December 2018, a major protest occurred in Sudan. This followed by sustained civil unrest for 8 months. So by 2019, the Sudan military deposed the president of the country called Omar al-Bashir. And the funny part is, the overthrowing of this government didn't really stop the whole protest of it, because what the Sudanese really needed is revolution, and not just some military guy coming to the country to just say, okay, we'll overthrow the government. Because of course, military dictatorship is not even better than the guy they wanted out of power. So as a result of this, the whole protesting continued, and the military grew impatient. So by the 3rd of June 2019, the military had a confrontation with protesters, resulting in a massive shooting and killing of people. This is known as the Khartoum massacre, where more than 100 people lost their lives. As it stands now, the military still controls Sudan, and of course the Sudanese are not happy about it. This has resulted in multiple detention, kidnapping of the people of Sudan by the military and some other minor group that just wants control of the country. So if you're planning to go to Sudan anytime soon, I would advise you to plan very well. So now we're getting to the zones of the big boys, and I think I need a bottle of water to start this part. Yeah. So number 5 on the list is Mali. With a population of 19 million people, Mali is the 8th biggest country in Africa. It relies primarily on agriculture and mining, and it's the 3rd largest producer of gold in Africa. So one thing we need to note is Mali used to be a relatively safe African country until 2012, when some uprising happened in the northern part of the country because some people wanted control of the north, and this resulted in a disruption of the long-term peace the Mali people used to enjoy. This lasted until the French-led National Malian Force defeated the rebels and took back control of the country. But despite taking back control of the country, the civil unrest and the political tension of the country still seem to be there, and a lot of Malian people don't even really want to stay in the country anymore. This armed group and these terrorists, because now they no longer have regions they are in control of, might sometimes just go into a random place where you have foreigners and civilians and attack the place. For instance, in 2017, some terrorists killed 5 people at a tourist resort near the capital city. There was also a case in 2015 where 170 people were held against their will in another hotel. So number 4 on the list is Libya. This country, formerly led by Muammar Gaddafi, used to be heaven and earth. They have very good infrastructure, education was relatively cheap, the healthcare was just immaculate, and as at that time when Muammar Gaddafi was leading this country, a lot of Africans used to migrate into the country because it's like the Dubai of Africa. Sadly, this Islamic nation is currently one of the most dangerous places in Africa thanks to the ongoing civil war. Many Libyan tour companies have ceased operation, and some airports in the country even closed altogether. Kidnapping, modern day slavery is just a tip of the iceberg when talking about things currently happening in Libya. This country has become extremely dangerous, and most people don't even want to go near Libya at all. So of course, if you're not scared of anything, you can go to Libya, but it's one of the most dangerous places in Africa. So number 3 has to go to Democratic Republic of Congo. A list of the most dangerous countries in Africa will not be complete without DRC being on this list. It's a country whose wealth and natural resources has been a curse. It's the biggest nation in sub-Saharan Africa with a vast natural resources including diamond, gold, copper, cobalt, and a lot of other resources that if we're even going to start listing them, this video is probably going to be a 30 minutes video. It has a population of 86 million people whose fashion style cannot be matched by any other country in Africa. Unfortunately, most people living in this country are dirt poor thanks to hundreds of years of colonial brutality and extortion. Millions of Congolese have had to even flee the country because they don't want to be a part of this situation. So number 2 on this list is Somalia. I know this is the country most people expect to be number 1 on the list, but sorry to disappoint you, it is the number 2 on this list. So if you have plans of going to Somalia, know that terrorism, civil unrest, piracy, and health issues are very common. Areas such as hotels, government buildings, restaurants, airports are often targeted by terrible blood-sucking terrorists whose modus operandi is to kidnap unsuspecting civilians and tourists. Displaying cash or wealth or showing luxury in Somalia is actually not advised, since most of these terrorists and criminals are also like petty thieves. This kind of act can actually get you kidnapped, and I think it's very important to stay safe and stay smart when going to a country like Somalia. So number one on this list finally is Central African Republic. A landlocked country in the central part of Africa, Central African Republic is not a country without potential. It has a population of about 4.7 million people and it's rich in diamond, gold, uranium, etc. This country gained independence in 1960. It wasn't until 1993 that an election held in the country which birthed its first democratically elected president. But by 2003, a military general named Francois Bozize actually overthrew this democratically elected president. A civil war broke out in 2012, and since then there has been reports of aggravated assault, robberies, murder, kidnapping on a much higher scale than ever reported. So if you're planning to come to Africa right now, going to the Central African Republic is not really the best idea. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, kindly like the video and share to your friends. I hope this actually helped in choosing your destination when coming to Africa, and it also gives you a little bit of a better idea of what is going on in Africa. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope I will see you another time. Peace out.